Hello and welcome to another Railworks video. Today I'm going to be taking the LNER Wartime Flying Scotsman. So this is in the wartime black paint, and this is from the the National Rail Museum, sorry, in York, as you can see down there. And so yeah, this is a really nice engine. The only trouble is, for some reason, I don't know if it's my Railworks or what it is I can't seem to control it using keyboard controls. It'll only let me use the controls on the toolbar or the actual cab controls, which I don't know why it does that. It also does it for the city of Truro as well, which I'm not quite sure why. But anyway, so this is a really nice engine, taking it along on my own railway today, which is the South Essex Railway. That's what it's currently called. Haven't given the stations any names yet. This is station, or this kind of area is close to being finished. You see there, got station here. This is almost finished, kind of sort of junction area. Then we go up to the line some more. You see here where I've still got to do scenery work. You can see there, the rest of the route is all just completely bare. We haven't done scenery work yet, but there's 4 stations in total. 25 mile an hour speed limit, as it's a preserved railway. And yeah, so I'm just going to make sure all these points are actually set before I head off. Okay, take that. There's a little goods train down there, if that's like they call it, goods section, if you want to have it. There's a turntable there as well, because for not for all tender engines, but for tender engines like Flying Scotsman or whatever, or if you wanted to, there is a turntable at both ends, so you can turn around and come back the other way properly. So that's why. And you've just got this black 5 and other little BR ending here. Can't remember what it's called now. The 7F, that's it. Little rusty version there, but anyway, enough of that. Let's get on with this video. So we'll get rid of that, and we'll need to set the reverse all the way up to full. See, if I push W, nothing happens. I don't know why. So if any of you could tell me what's happened, that would be really appreciated, and tell me how to fix it. Release the brakes would help. Oh, they already are released. Put it in running to save steam. Open the regulator. And this whistle is amazing. It's just like the real thing. In fact, it is the real whistle. 15 mile an hour speed limit here, so we don't want to be going too fast. Oops, we are slowing down, so I'll just open the reg. .15 mile an hour in all stations, and at the end there's a 30 mile an hour speed limit, as it's not a long run from the end, from the 3rd station to the end of the line, but it's a decent length run. That's why I designed it like that, so that you could just go a little bit faster and just enjoy it a bit more. What I might do actually is just going to quickly apply just a few little brakes like that, just to slow it down. There we go. Let that go off. That should all be set. Yep, there is a run around at every station, just in case you wanted to stop at a station and to go back. You don't have to go away to the end of the line. These things do work, as you can tell. These gates do work. I've just added this fence here just as a little touch, just experimenting with it. Needs a little bit of work, but yeah, I've still got a village here to finish. You can see where this area is going to be where this village is, which is where the road stops. Now, I'm not going to tell you where it is, but there is up the line, there is a little wooden kind of like section. Well, a little in the forest, you'll see there's loads of log piles and things where they just collect all the wood from there and just ship it off to places. So, I will point it out in the video, but obviously I'm not going to tell where it is yet, just to leave you wanting to find it or whatever. Let's go backwards now onto the carriages. Did I switch that point? Yes, I did. What I'm actually going to do is just apply these brakes a little. Oops, bit too fast. Just so they don't end up crashing into some carriages. We don't want that happening. I have added station markers at this station and the 2nd station, so we'll be able to get passengers on and off there, but not at the other 2 stations. Just haven't done that yet. I've been mainly working on the scenery down here, as you can probably tell. trying to make it as realistic as possible. I know this is kind of like in a big sort of foresty area, then as you go up the line it's going to open up slightly to some mountains, as you'll see we'll go over a bridge towards the end of the line. Just coming in here. I don't know why, but for some reason steam seems to be coming out of everything all the time, and I don't know why. Because I don't think it's blowing off at the moment, and steam's still... it's blowing off now, but steam's still coming out of that, and coming out of the whistle, even though I'm not blowing the whistle. I'm coming in a little bit too fast. Oh no, we're not. That's fine. Perfect. There we go. We'll just couple it on. There we go. There's a little hill towards the end of the line as well, so other than that it's just all flat. But what we'll do is we'll load passengers on. I don't know why the first carriage isn't loading, but whatever. 2 first class, the rest are second class. Open the cylinder cocks. So we'll set it to go forwards. Okay, we're ready to go. So we'll release the brakes and then off we go. Oh, I love that whistle. Open it a little bit more to get it going. There we go. Keep an eye on the steam usage rate and generation rate, so all seems fine at the moment. We'll start notching back soon. I'm going 6 miles an hour, so we'll shut off the cylinder cocks. Whoops. Whoa, steam usage rate is way too high. Which means we start notching back as well. Actually, not quite. Yeah, well, that's it, we'll open it a bit more. Actually, we didn't need to notch back that far, Jesus. There we go. I haven't done all the speed limits yet. See there, it says 100 miles an hour because I haven't done the speed limit yet. Start notching back a little bit. Turn that down. And we'll put that into running to save steam. Oops, not self-lapped. Nice chuffing sound, whistles for these people as we go past. There's the station coming up, so that's why I'm not accelerating too fast. Stations are reasonably close apart. Oh, there we go. We're not using as much steam now. So, coming up in a minute will be the little wood log pile, I guess. I'll just call it a log pile. I've still got to find a little crane or something. See here, this is where it is. There's a little truck where guys would drop off pallets and stuff. They've got their little hut. And yeah, I still need to think of a name for it and also find like a little crane or something for it. Add a bit more, or maybe add another crossing there so we can get to and from. Shut the regs slightly, about 5%, since we're coming into a station in a minute, just round this bend. Start seeing the signal box in a minute. Oh, I know why we're using so much steam, because it was blowing off, that's why. Because the safety valves were open and it was blowing off. So here we go, you see the signal box there, so the speed limit starts changing. I don't know why there's 2 speed limits here, I need to remove that one. But this one here, 15 miles an hour as you come into the station, you see there's a run around for every sort of station. I swear I could just hear the train from over here, which was weird. It's a little siding there in case you wanted to store an engine there or whatever. In case, you know, you wanted to have an engine come up and then pull the train back the other way, and then you could store the engine there. Wow, that's a nice picture. That, look at that. Wartime Flying Scotsman. Yeah. Probably wouldn't normally be seen going this slow, but it's my railway. With it. So for this, we've received this from the National Railway Museum here to test that on this line. I haven't actually, like, really in real life received it, like, as an actual in-game thing. I mean, like, I'm just pretending that this railway has received this train as testing it, since it's just been refurbished into the Wartime Black thing. This is like what the National Railway Museum did not that while ago, actually, not that long ago. So start shutting down the brakes slightly. Then we come into a station, so we slow down. Whoops. Now the stations are longer than the actual train itself, so you can get plenty of space to go in there, whatever. Open up the rig slightly just to stop us from slowing down too much. There we go. You can see there's a little engine depot over there. There's another one back where it just came from. This will do. So if I go up to this end station, we won't be running it back, we'll just be going up there and stopping there, and then I'll eventually do one of me going up there once and back once it's done. Because I don't want to make this video too long. Okay. So yeah, as you can see here, the platform is way longer than the train, but that's just so you can have longer trains in here or whatever. We should probably load passengers, so there we go, and I'll open the cylinder cock so that's the right. Set this back to full, and I'll put this onto self-lap. So this is a nice line, this one. I'm saying that, and I created it, but I really like enjoying on this line. I've been up this line and back like probably at least 10 times now on all different engines. Once already in this and once in Seat of Churro, just to try it out. I thought I'd do a video to what better way of showing you the line. Obviously I'll do one once it's complete, but this is the first time anyone else has seen this line. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Just wait for the brakes to be released. There we go. Open up. Really nice engine to drive this. And I actually don't mind doing the cab controls. Obviously it'd be a lot easier with the keyboard and stuff, but it's like, well, on this line it's quite nice doing the cab controls because it's more realistic. And just look at the detail on this. I mean, look at all these pipes, everything. It's quite a really detailed engine. It looks really nice. Well, I have got the graphics on high, so just double check these points. So we've got so much steam blowing off all the time. Okay, that's fine. I think the speed limit says 25. Where is it? Yeah. Let's just check the points up here. See, there's the station right there. There's a sharp curve there, but as long as you're doing 25, it's fine. So this is going to have like this section of track here is going to go off into a shunting area, which obviously I haven't done yet. Shut that down a bit, and we'll notch off slightly. So you see here, this is where the fence stops, because this is as far as I got with the fence. Before I was just, I thought before I try and do too much scenery detail, I'll go on and complete the rest of the actual track work. So then I can see, well, I haven't done the sidings yet, but so I can see just about where everything's going to go. And then that way I don't have to move anything about, like if I did buildings or scenery and I needed to like move them or change the layout of the track, whatever, then it's obviously going to be really awkward. And we're coming a little bit too fast. Okay. Yeah, we'll just let it roll in. This track will be released. Will be released once it's finished on UK Train Sim, so it will be free. Obviously, I will be updating it as well once it's done as well. You know, with new things, maybe extend the track or something. I think once I've done the scenery, I'll probably release like a sort of alpha type version, and then finish off the shunting yards. I want to add a colliery over there, but I can't seem to find it. I did find it in Railworks, but I don't know where it's gone now. We'll just put the brakes in slightly. My god, so much steam. There, so we go, 15 mile an hour. You see the bridge there in the distance where I've just started creating hills for it. I was experimenting with hills, so I'm not very good at them. Start opening the reg up. Oh, no, we're not going to be going faster. See, there's a signal box at every station, just like there would be in real life. See here, I haven't done any scenery on this station yet. I literally just put it in as a little test thing. For my first lot of stations, it's actually really well done because it's actually pretty close to the train, just like it would be in real life. I think I did the offset as 4, I think. So we'll just come to a stop. A little bit of squeal. So as I said, I haven't added the station markers yet, so trying to unload, it's not going to work. We'll just pretend. I've just realised I had that open all the way. That's why it's been making that noise. Damn it. Well, okay. Yeah, that was an error on my part, I wasn't paying attention. Oh well. It's going to ruin the video just having that. Oh well. Oops, wrong way. Right, once these brakes have been released, we'll start to go. Like, there's a hill up here, so we'll just accelerate. Put the regulator at about 50%. So this is the hill. Oh, forgot to wear the whistle. This cab is actually pretty well detailed as well. And I've seen the actual cab of the real Flying Scotsman, so I know how accurate this is, and it's pretty accurate actually. It's not a steep hill, we'll see in a minute. I'm speeding on my own line, oh no. Yeah, I haven't set up on the speed limit yet. So this bit of the track, this bit of the line is going to be 30 miles an hour. Oh wow, we're really picking up speed now. Jeez. This engine copes really well on the hills. So this hill, at the moment it's 0-0, but when it's registered, see that I haven't added the hills yet, so the track is flying. It's just a 1 in 103, so it's really not that steep at all. I'll just open the rake a little bit more to keep it going. So you can see that it does get a little bit steeper ahead. See, this engine really helps, just really likes the hills, to be honest with you, the gradients. See there, it's not really a struggle at all. We're decreasing speed, but just open up the reg a bit more. Throttle back, well not throttle back, notch back. Here's downhill, so we'll decrease the regulator. Yeah, the track went a bit weird here. It went through the bridge for some reason, but yeah. I've got to add water here underneath the bridge. Just decrease the reg slightly, or I'll just end up going super fast down the hill. So see there, we actually do sink through the bridge, which is a bit weird. I don't know why it did that, but I guess when I was doing the gradients I forgot to split the track there, or at least the gradient, so this bit's quite a decent run to the end of the line actually. It's a nice run. Especially it's 30 miles an hour, so not only is it realistic, but it's a nice speed to be going. So this bit's all just a gentle downhill, just 1 in 383 as you can see there. So it's really not that much of a downhill drop. Meaning that the train won't just go whooshing down the hill and like crash around the bend or something. It's 1 in 223 here. So I'll just let it accelerate to about 30 miles an hour, then cut the regulator. Or at least cut it back to about 5%. It's good, we're making more steam than what we're using, so this is good. It's a really good steamer, this locomotive. I know I've got the automatic fireman on, but cut the regulator back slightly so we're not using as much steam. There we go. So you can see here, this is the bit where it starts getting downhill and we're starting to go a bit fast, so I'm going to cut that back. And now it's leveled out. Almost. 1 in 49 here, or down that bit it was. See that was quite steep. Now it's leveled out, hooray! We're going a little bit too fast, but oh well. So we'll just cut the regulator off and let it slow down. Enjoy the sound of the wind, hooray! So can we go in the carriages? Oh yeah, we can. First class, yay! Can we open the doors? I swear on some carriages you should be able to open the doors, or was that my imagination? So I think we've got round this bend, then there's a straight, then there's another bend, and I think the station is just then after a left-hand turn, after I think the second bend. Flying Scotsman. Yeah. I must admit, Flying Scotsman actually look quite nice in the black paint. Obviously it looks a lot better in the apple green. Well, that's its traditional sort of colour, isn't it? LNER colours. Oops, open the regulator slightly. It's about 8%. I'll open it a little bit more so you can hear the engine. Well, you can't hear it that much anyway. If we increase that slightly, might be able to hear it a bit better. No, oh well. So see, this engine would do. Obviously, you would hear it a lot if it's if you're on something like the Newcastle to York line. I think it is. Is it Newcastle to York? Yeah. Obviously, you could then obviously run it at 100 miles an hour. But it's, yeah, see that we got this, then there's a left-hand bend, and then you got the station here, which is the end of the line. Can't go any further than this. But there's a run around here. There again, there's a little siding there, so if you want to store an engine, then just beyond that is a turntable. So you can turn your tender engines around and go back the other way. Just because obviously there's hills and stuff, just to make it so you don't derail or whatever backwards. I mean, you can go backwards if you want, without turning around. So just cruise along at 27.5 miles an hour here, gradually increasing speed. This is a nice speed to be running at. Just here, it's a decent run to the stations. You can just see after this straight will be the actual station. So decrease the regulator slightly to about 5%, 4%, just so it naturally starts slowing down. But at the same time, we've got a bit of steam to keep us going. I think I'm just going to let it coast completely. It's good, we've got a lot of steam, 206 psi, not bad. Although one thing I did notice with this engine, it says 103 on the side, but it says 502 on the front. Now I don't know, I don't think it was that like that in real. Hang on, it says 502 on that side, 103 this side. I don't know if it's supposed to say that or not. I can't. It's been so long since I've actually seen the actual Wartime Flying Scotsman. The NMR did, the real life one, that I forgot what it looked like. I don't know if it's actually supposed to be like that or not, because I know you get two different ones. I think there's three different ones. I think no, two different ones. I think you get this one, and then you get one without the little crest or the little plate on the front, and one that says 502 instead of 103. I'll increase this to 5% to keep us moving. Whoops, no. 3%, that's good enough. Oh, it's a little bit of frame droppage there. Yeah, so the only thing that really ruins this is just the fact that for some reason my railworks decides to blow steam out of everything all the time. Even though it's not actually, it's just showing steam blowing out, but it's not actually blowing out, if that makes sense. For example there, the safety valve's always constantly blowing off. Now they're blowing off, but they wasn't just then. And for example, the whistle as well there. The same thing happens in City of Truro. So, I don't know why it's doing that. I'm going to start increasing or applying the brakes slightly. Get it down to about 19 inches in the brake pressure there. So we just gradually slow down, nice and smooth. Because again, it's 15 miles an hour coming into the station. 25 here, but I haven't changed the speed limit yet. See, I just started on doing this station at the end just because at the end of the line I just wanted it to look a little bit better. So I started doing it here, signal box at the end. We need to completely decrease our reg now. Okay, yep, slow down please, stop. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, don't worry. Yeah, we didn't overrun at all. But yeah, so what I'd normally do here is with the Flying Scotsman or Seated Truro or some sort of 10 engine, what I'll do is just drive it onto this turntable, turn it round. As you see, I've still got to make it so you can actually see the turntable. And then turn it round, run it round the train, and then pull it back the other way. And come on, it's Flying Scotsman, we don't see it pulling the train backwards. Flying Scotsman doesn't do that. Anyway, so this has been the Flying Scotsman on the Wartime edition on my own custom railway called the South Essex Railway, which could change. I haven't named the stations yet. When I do, I'll do an update video. I might do a video where I do some of the route actual live in the video. But yeah, so thank you for watching this video, guys. Let me know what you think of the route. Obviously no scenery yet, or little scenery, but yeah, so thank you for watching and stay tuned.